Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As some of you guys can probably tell, there are some new things in the setup right now that I'm going to quickly address before we start the video. I think the most obvious change is definitely the mic, considering it's currently in the frame right now, which ideally it wouldn't be, but with the setup I have right now, it's the only place I can put it. This is the first time that I'm filming with it, so if the audio sounds pretty whack in this video, that would be why. And if you guys have any tips or just any thoughts on the audio in this video that you think that it could be fixed, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to tinker around with it. The other change right now is that my background, I don't know if it's gonna be very convincing, but right now my background is actually a green screen and I'm subbing in B-roll of my old backdrop right now because we're just gonna pretend that I'm still there even though I'm not there right now. So apologies in advance if this looks super janky behind me, but I can promise you that the mess that is actually behind the green screen is a lot worse than whatever is on the screen right now. Anyways, in terms of the actual topic that this video is about today, we're actually going to be talking about a new streaming service, which I'm sure that some of you guys have been hearing about because their ads have been everywhere, and they're named Quibi. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Quibi. Of course, we have to do this week's shout out, and this week it goes to igen._.___, and they sent this Gossip Girl meme. Peppa who? Pig girl? Honestly, I think this is one of the funniest meme trends I've seen in months. Anyways, if you guys want to shout out for yourself, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram and DM me your favorite meme of the week, and you might get chosen. So there is one specific show from Quibi that I wanted to talk about today, and that one is Chrissy's Court, which stars Chrissy Teigen. Before we jump into the show, I realized I should give a bit of a backstory on Chrissy Teigen in case any of you guys don't know her. In short, Chrissy is a model who's become pretty big on Twitter for being one of the more funny and relatable celebrities, and she's also married to John Legend. I promise it'll make more sense why I mentioned that later in the video. She's definitely had some blunders before, but for the most part she's pretty well received online, and the show itself was announced last May and has been described as a take on Judge Judy, but with more of a spoof tone obviously, considering Chrissy Teigen is not a judge. The show also stars her mom as a bailiff, and the premise for the most part is Chrissy handling small claims cases. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if this part of the video is gonna end up in the final video, and that's mainly because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get the actual footage from Chrissy's Court into the actual video to react to it. The reason that this is such a big roadblock is because I can't actually get the Chrissy's Court footage onto my computer to then put in my video because Quibi only works on your phone, it doesn't work on your desktop. And because they have, I don't know if it's like a system or something, it's similar to what Netflix has where if you try to screen record or screen grab a part of a show or a movie, when you go back to your photo album, it's just all black. They do that for Quibi too, which means that I can't screen record it on my phone. I also can't screen record it on my laptop because I can't get it on my laptop. Screen mirroring doesn't work, and you also can't cast it, which means it's physically impossible, as of right now, for me to get Chrissy's Court onto my laptop to then put in my video, which is very annoying.
On Chrissy's Court, lounge singer Joey Valenza is suing David Oganesian for the cost of a speaker that was damaged when David startled Joey with an outlandish song request. David says it was Joey that knocked the speaker over, so he has no idea what he's doing here. The people are real, the cases are real, and the judgments are legally binding, no matter how unqualified the judge is.
This is Chrissy's Court.
This looks like a bad SNL skit. I'm very curious on how many cameos that John Legend is going to make because we know that he's going to make one eventually. I don't think she's going to do it in the first episode, so I feel like she'll want to like build up momentum. Actually, I just realized he might just be in the season finale or whatever the equivalent of a season finale for these 5-minute episodes would be, because I guess that would make more sense that like at the end she's like, oh my god, my husband John Legend is here and he's going to sing for us all, versus like out of the gate being like,
my husband is John Legend.
C-rap. What is C-rap? I've spent the last 5 minutes recording this video and I've been calling it the C-rap music episode because I thought C-rap was like a genre of rap that the guy had been listening to, and then realized that it's actually just a play on words where they mean crap music, and I'm just an idiot.
All rise to the judge, Honorable Judge Chrissy Teigen.
Are we using that?
Yeah.
For the judge, Honorable Chrissy Teigen. Okay.
Oh god, from that clip alone, I feel like this whole thing is just gonna be her being like, I'm a relatable judge. Like, I'm cool.
You look so familiar.
I have a generic face.
No, you don't have a generic face.
I had a nose job, but it grew back.
Did we date? I think we might have dated.
Oh my god, that has got to be the most unrealistic canned laughter I've ever seen.
I just finished a Sinatra song. I was walking back to the stage, and I heard a voice behind me say, "Hey, you do any rap songs?"
Wait, how did he say it? Hey, you do any rap songs?
You sing any rap songs? I turned around, it was a nice-looking young kid. I said, this room isn't right for rap. Sorry about it.
What does that even mean? What is the right room for rap? The rap room.
And the look on his face scared me. I went back and my shoulder hit the speaker and fell off the table. And so I'm suing David for the value of my speaker, which is approximately $999.
I'm really confused on if the people involved in this are actually real people or if they're just actors and these are made up, because I know they keep saying that these are real people, but she's not actually a judge, and everything about this show is clearly supposed to be like, oh, this is a joke, we're just playing around. But if that's the case, then why would they choose such boring cases if you're just going to make it all fake anyway? Like, was Chrissy Teigen and her show really necessary for this if it is real? And also, what? Like, we're only a minute and 30 seconds into this episode, and I'm already kind of bored because the case itself is just boring.
What song did you want to hear?
A rap song.
I mean, do you look at him and do you think that he knows a rap song? I mean, like, were you drinking a little bit?
No.
This is so awkward.
We actually have an expert in music, and he's going to come out and help me out, so come on out.
Already? I kid you not, we are 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first episode of this series, and she's already brought up John Legend. Should we push it? It's only episode 1, no. But we really should push it.
That's not helping your case. You should have said you were drinking.
You know what? Yeah, just push it.
I want you to sing for me and I'll know if the speaker's working.
Oh my god, I just realized the entire point of this episode is just so John Legend can sing.
Can I have one thing to myself ever?
I just wanted to dance with you.
I can't tell if she's joking, like full-on joking, or if she's doing that like joke where there's actually kind of like a vein of truth to it. Because if that's the case, what were you expecting when you chose to bring him on for the first episode of your show? This is so cringe. Ooh.
Okay.
John, you sing My Way.
Okay. I did it my...
We did it, guys. John Legend is singing. I repeat, John Legend is singing.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I have no doubt in my mind now that this case is 100% fake and the people involved in it are just actors, because it is so obvious that this case was just made up by the people who were writing the script for this show as some way to get John Legend to sing. Like, this is so clearly the product of a bunch of people around a table being like, okay, it's a judge show, and she's like doing court cases, but how do we get John Legend to sing? Hey guys, my name is Chrissy. Welcome to my first episode of Chrissy's Court. I'm gonna be a judge and I'm gonna be judging cases that people bring. Did someone say sing? Let's all sing! Guys, hold the phone. This isn't supposed to be a concert. This is supposed to be my judge show.
No kidding, I can't pin you down.
Can you imagine this happening in an actual courtroom? Like, everyone's like sitting in the pews and they're like watching really intensely, and some guy comes out and is like, you know what, guys? I think we could all use just a little bit of a sing. Like, what is this, church?
Music, maybe you could twist it.
There you go. Don't do it again, please. That's exactly how he did it.
Is that girl laughing or crying? I'm so sad I have to be here.
John, how do you feel as an artist if anyone approaches you to sing something different?
Yeah, well,
So this has just turned into an interview with John Legend, essentially. There's also this weird collection of clips right before they give the verdict where everyone's just laughing for a suspiciously long amount of time over nothing. Like, nothing was even that funny, where they would be laughing for 45 seconds, yet we're just kind of put through it for no reason.
I'm going to go ahead and rule in favor of Joey for $9.99 for the speaker,
wow.
but I'm going to cover it because I love you both. Joy, you got the new speaker.
And did it more.
Look Look at how confused the audience are. They're literally like, do we clap? Yes? Okay. In terms of Chrissy's court, based on the episodes that I watched, I have to say I did not enjoy it. Like, if I'm being honest, I just feel like Chrissy's court is peak celebrity cringe. Like, you can just tell the producers just cherry-picked a celebrity and then went, okay, we're just gonna make you a judge and then leave you to try to be funny, but it's kind of awkward and we're doing canned laughter and then that's it. Dare I say, it is giving me very strong Late Night with Lily Singh vibes. Now don't get me wrong here, the show not being good doesn't fall only on Chrissy Teigen. She might be the face of the show, but I honestly feel like there were a lot of things that were working against her that made it a lot harder for the show to turn out well. For starters, I just don't think the show makes sense for her in my opinion. Like, yeah, she's famous and funnier online than the average celebrity, but what does that have to do with making her a Judge Judy style show? I feel like there could have been a different concept for the show that would have suited her a lot better, especially considering her brand leans to the more I'm a relatable celebrity side, where she could have done a spoof of something that would have made a lot more sense than Judge Judy. I definitely think one of the bigger issues was that the cases on the show were doing nothing for her, and if anything, they were working against her. You would think that the producers would want to pick cases that Chrissy can easily give commentary on and throw jokes at, but instead every case felt so unbelievably bland and boring that you could almost feel it through the screen that she didn't even really know what to say because there was barely anything to make jokes about. Naturally, that affects how entertaining the episodes are. For me, at least, it was honestly a struggle to get through the episodes I watched, even though they were only between 6 and 7 minutes, which shouldn't be the case considering they're only 6 to 7 minutes, but we'll get more into the time limit issue in a bit. Before we carry on with the video, I did want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is ExpressVPN. If you guys have been around on my channel for a while, you know that I have worked with ExpressVPN in the past, and back when they first introduced themselves, I learned that every single time that I've joined an unencrypted Wi-Fi network, be it in a coffee shop or in a hotel, I've actually left myself completely exposed to hackers who can steal my information. Thankfully though, ExpressVPN actually encrypts your internet connection using the highest standards of encryption currently available, meaning it would take a hacker with a supercomputer billions of years to crack. Apart from keeping your online information secure, they also help with protecting your privacy online. I'm sure most of you guys have had the experience online where you've Googled something and then you suddenly get ads for it everywhere, and that's because a lot of internet service providers will actually sell your internet activity to ad companies. ExpressVPN puts a stop to that though by encrypting all of your data and hiding your locations so that your internet activity actually stays private. I would have to say though, my favorite feature from ExpressVPN is definitely their content unblocking feature. A couple months back, Netflix announced that they would be airing all of the Studio Ghibli movies, and I was so excited until I realized that they were not available on Netflix Canada and they were only available on Netflix UK. But because I have ExpressVPN, I can just pretend that I'm in the UK and watch them freely. How this works is that every device has a unique IP address, which can be traced back to you. But when you use ExpressVPN, your connection gets routed through one of their 3,000 plus servers, hiding your real IP address and replacing it with one of their own. This means you can browse the web anonymously with servers in 94 different countries, which means you have a massive variety of places you can choose to appear from. Some other things I really love about ExpressVPN is that they have the fastest speeds, they have 24/7 customer support, and in general, it's also just super easy to use because it only takes one click to fire up the app and connect. So if you want to check out ExpressVPN for yourself, find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in my description box below, which is expressvpn.com/CaseyAonso. Thanks again to ExpressVPN for sponsoring. Now let's get to the video. I think it's pretty clear that there are definitely a lot of issues with Chrissy's court, but there's also a lot of issues with Quibi as well, and I feel like those two combined kind of make for a very terrible show. I'm going to give a bit of a spoiler alert on my opinions on Quibi, and that is that I don't really like the app at all. If you've somehow been able to escape the millions of ads on Quibi right now online, the app can, I guess, best be described as a streaming platform that is made specifically and only for your phone. There was a lot of initial marketing that basically was just super vague ads with celebrities in them, which left a lot of people confused on what the hell Quibi was, with even some people wondering if it was like a slang app or something.
So they call a trainer a sneaker, a jumper a sweater, and a few minutes a Quibi? Yep. What a strange country.
I'm definitely biased when it comes to my opinion on those kind of commercials because I feel like that kind of ad where you pay a celebrity a lot of money to say like 1 or 2 words and keep it very mysterious worked once, but now that everyone's doing it and has been doing it for years, it just kind of gets annoying because it's like, okay, great, you got a celebrity to say like 2 syllables. What is it though? Now, if you're confused on why anybody would create a streaming platform that can only be used on your phone and nowhere else, like I am, which I've used the app and I'm still confused on that, I'm going to try to explain the headspace of the founders of Quibi. So their logic was that there are a lot of moments in our lives where we have 5 to 10 minutes of our day where we're not really doing anything. So like we're waiting for the bus and we're just like aimlessly looking at our phones. So they created a streaming platform that is only for your phone so that in those moments where you're waiting for a bus for 5 minutes, you can watch an episode of a Quibi TV show. Since the intent of Quibi is that it's like short videos that you can kind of watch in between doing things, the episodes of the TV shows that they have are all very, very short. And then I believe they split up movies into chapters. Another feature that Quibi was pretty excited to announce was that they offered both a horizontal and vertical orientation to watch the shows and movies on the platform. While I can appreciate that a feature like that is quite innovative, I also don't really like it. And just because it's innovative doesn't necessarily mean it's good, because while you can watch it vertically, I probably am most often going to be watching it horizontally because I want to see the full frame. When you try to watch Quibi shows vertically, it just kind of zooms in on the person who's talking and you miss the rest of the scene because it's just not there. It also kind of leaves me confused on why they even bothered with the horizontal orientation in the first place, because I don't know if this is just me or if you guys feel this way as well, but when I'm watching something horizontally on my phone, I automatically want to watch it on a bigger screen. So if my TV is nearby, I'll just cast it to that, or if my laptop can play it, then I'll play it on my laptop. But the biggest issue with Quibi is that you cannot watch it anywhere else other than your phone. So you're either stuck watching it vertically, which you lose a lot of the scene, or you're watching it horizontally and you're probably wishing you could watch it on a bigger screen. I also just feel like offering both just leaves you very aware of what you're missing if you do opt to watch the show vertically, but maybe that's just me. Obviously, the intent for this app was that it was going to be something that you use on the go, so technically offering the horizontal thing is something that would work, but I guess because we're all in quarantine right now and I haven't been able to experience waiting for a bus and watching it horizontally or vertically and having that option, I am pretty biased on that. But even at the same time, even if you want it to be on the go, it just seems so restrictive to be like, okay, you can only watch this on your phone and literally nowhere else. Another thing I'm not really a big fan of with Quibi is that the episodes are so short that I don't even feel like they're worth watching. And don't get me wrong, I understand that Quibi is meant to be enjoyed in small increments of time, so naturally the episodes are going to be a lot shorter than typical television, but also at the same time, I feel like if the length of your episode is starting to affect the quality of the show, then you should probably rethink your format. There are definitely a lot of things wrong with Chrissy's Court in my opinion, and it doesn't just stop at the time limit, but I definitely think it's one of the bigger issues. It's like Chrissy's Court is in this weird limbo where each episode you're watching for only 6 minutes, yet you're so bored because they don't have enough time to actually develop anything that would be interesting to watch. So in the end, you have a 6-minute episode, which, yeah, it's short and you could technically watch it before you catch the bus, but are you actually going to watch the full episode though? Because it's pretty boring. Another issue I have with Quibi is that the whole idea of like optimizing entertainment and making it efficient, I hate that idea. Like, I feel like every day we're being told that something else needs to be optimized or something needs to be more efficient. It's like, can we just relax? Like, can I just sit down and watch a 2-hour movie? If anything, the creation of Quibi actually kind of makes me sad because I feel like it's almost a direct sign that the whole like optimization, efficiency movement is now directly going towards movies and television, which I feel like before movies and TV were kind of saved from it. Like obviously there was entertainment that is a lot more faster, like stuff like TikTok and even Twitter and Instagram, like it's like instant gratification. You're only watching for a couple seconds, but I feel like everyone was still willing to like sit down in a movie theater and watch something for 2 hours. But now that Quibi is sitting here being like, you only need 6 minutes, it's like, okay, like technically that's great, but also it's not great because can I just have 2 hours to watch a movie or TV show? Like, do I need to watch this in 6 minutes? I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that the whole idea of optimizing something that's meant to be enjoyable and relaxing for people in a way that turns it into 6-minute clips you slot into your daily schedule just kind of feels robotic to me. Also, I definitely think there's a discussion to be had on the amount of money that Quibi was able to raise and then spend, and how personally for me, while I definitely think they did spend their money in some ways really well, I also think that they blew a lot of money on things that did not really matter, where they could have focused it a lot more on the content. I don't know if it's just me, but when I hear about a streaming platform that is exclusively going to be available on your phone, and they have millions upon millions of dollars to spend on content for that, my mind immediately thinks, okay, they're going to spend all of that money to make shows and movies that for the viewer feel like they could only be watched on a phone. Like when I try to think of a show that feels like it's meant for Quibi, I immediately think of something reality show related, considering as an audience we're already used to watching and sharing live moments on our phones. Like maybe instead of being just 5-minute episodes, they could incorporate a live feed element, similar to Big Brother where you could watch the live feed via your phone whenever you feel like checking in on what's going on. Then have a recap episode that fits Quibi's under 10-minute length once a week that includes all of the big moments that happened in that week. Considering everybody would be watching on their phone, there could also maybe be a feature where during certain points of the week, viewers can go on Quibi and participate in voting for things to happen on the show or for people to get kicked off via their phone. At least that's the first thing I think of, so there are definitely numerous other concepts that would likely fit the platform better as well. In general though, I definitely think it would have made a lot more sense for a platform so determined to brand themselves as innovative to have that desire actually be reflected in where they spent their money, by spending it on unique show concepts instead of just spending it all on celebrities and big actors. Like for an app that's supposed to be so innovative, if anything it just feels very restrictive because it's the exact same thing that you're getting on Netflix, that you're getting on Hulu or HBO, but you can't watch it anywhere other than your phone. Honestly, Quibi can just be boiled down to regular television shows that are only available on your phone for no apparent reason other than that they just want to be quirky. Anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are both Casey Aonso. I also have a second channel, which is more like beauty, lifestyle vlog related, so if you're interested in that, I will put the link in the description box, but otherwise, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one.